Hello there everyone, and this is Felix from Felix the Dev, and today we're going to talk about the biggest mistake people make when learning how to code. So, as a tutor over the years, an educator, I've worked with several students of different levels in their coding journey, from beginners to mid-level, and even people who know how to code at a more difficult level. So I I've noticed through the years that there's a common behavior, a pattern in the study techniques that people use when learning how to code that prevents them from success and also from learning how to code faster. And not only learning how to code faster, but what happens is that people get frustrated because they think that it's too hard when in reality it's not. So today I'm going to share with you guys what I've seen over the years uh, so you don't make that mistake. So you go ahead and learn how to code faster and thrive in your coding journey. So why should you care about this? So if you don't make this mistake, you will definitely make the learning process easier. So you're not going to get frustrated, and most likely you're not going to give up. Because as I've seen through the years, people when start learning how to code, they make this mistake over and over again, and they get frustrated. We're human, so they say, Felix, this is too hard. I'm gonna drop this. And don't worry, I got you. So if you stop making this mistake that I'm gonna give you today and some actionable tips, you will most likely remember the knowledge you acquired and retain it for longer periods of time. You'll see why. So let's get to it. What is the biggest mistake people, sorry about that, make when learning how to code? So is not applying what you learn. And this is a very, very big mistake. So coding in general is a practical skill. Yes, there's a lot of theory to it. There's things you need to know, but in order to get the juice and get the advantage of coding, you need to apply. You need to get your hands dirty. You need to touch the keyboard. Because if you don't do this, it's basically you're not taking advantage of the knowledge that you have learned. So that's the biggest mistake. So I've seen that people watch a lot of tutorials on YouTube, they take a lot of online courses or read a lot of books, but don't actually get their hands dirty and build something with what they learn. So what's going to happen is that you're going to forget it because your brain is going to have an idea how to do it, but as time goes by, you're going to forget it because you're not applying it. It's just like math. Like when we study for math, we have to do a lot of practice problems, right? In order to know how to solve the problems for a test if you go to school. So it applies for the same thing with code. You need to apply and practice everything that you learn. So watch YouTube videos, but also apply it. So how can we stop making this mistake and use some strategies to get to get the best out of your time spent when learning how to code? So my advice is work on side projects. This is a very good way to do it. So once you learn a set of skills from a video, an online course, go ahead and think of an idea that you could do as a project and apply those skills on that project. It can be a simple game. It can be a simple app if you're learning web application development or something like React or Angular, Vue, etc. Or maybe if you're gonna learn how to program for iOS devices, if you're learning how to program in Swift, so make a little game or just make a simple app, So this way you can first have fun with it, because that's the whole purpose of learning how to code, is to build stuff. Is to solve problems using code. So work on side projects. That's a very good way that you guys could force yourself, challenge yourself to apply those concepts you learn in tutorials, online courses, or even in books. So yeah, so the second way you can get the most out of your time is that when using tutorials on YouTube or any other place on the internet, my advice is, as you follow the video, code along with it. I know at first this can be kind of tedious because you have to stop and code, but my advice is, let the video roll for a minute, code, and then stop, then code a little bit, boom, 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 and keep doing it over and over again. And what you're gonna see is that you're gonna take advantage of your time when you code and follow the tutorial, but also you're going to remember more, because you're forcing your brain and your senses to be more engaged in what the person is saying. So you're gonna be able to actually get your hands dirty while you follow the tutorial. So this is a very good thing. I know at first it's going to feel a little weird, but as you practice it, you're going to get used to it. So that's another good tip you guys can do. And also the third tip on how you can stop making this mistake and learn how to code faster and love every minute of it, is to add extra features to the projects you make on these tutorials and online courses. So, for example, maybe you guys are watching a YouTube video that's going to show you how to make a game. So, add features to the game. Maybe the game doesn't keep score, or it doesn't keep the track of the highest scores. So, add that feature. Maybe you want to add more characters to the game. So go ahead and do that. So as you force yourself to add more features to your app or to your game, so you are applying what you learn, applying what you learn. And as you apply it more and more and more, you're going to remember it, number one. Number two, as time goes by, right, you're going to still have it on the top of your head. It's like a good analogy I always like to give you guys is that when you first learn how to brush your teeth, right? Maybe most of you don't remember because you did this when you were a little kid, but I know that when you did it the first time, you were thinking of like, okay, my tooth is here, okay, I have to do circular motion. But now, as time went by, you did it so much, you just did it on top of your head. You were like, boom, 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 and that's it. So that's the idea I'm trying to convey to you guys. Just apply, and it's gonna come second nature to you. And you're gonna be impressed on how far you've come in your coding journey. You're gonna be like, wow, when I started, this was so hard to me. Declaring a variable was so hard to me. But I've done it so many times that it's easy. I've declared so many variables that I can do it while I sleep. So that's the level I want you guys to reach. So it's second nature, and you just love it, because coding is a very fun process. We don't need to make it harder than it is, but just make it fun and just use these strategies to help you guys succeed. So there you have it, guys. the number one mistake I've seen through the years that people make when learning how to code, and how you can stop making it and prepare yourself for success in your coding journey. So don't forget to like that, push that like button if you like this video, if you gain any value from it. And don't forget to subscribe, hit that subscribe button so you don't miss a video. And also click that bell icon to the right, or I think it's on the right, doesn't matter, but the bell icon that's next to the red subscribe button, hit it right there so you get the notifications of the videos I'm going to keep putting up for you guys. And also follow me on Medium so you don't miss a story. I'm going to put the link on the description below, because I always try to put articles on these type of topics so you can prepare your careers, or maybe just want to get better as a coder. So you're gonna benefit from that content I'm always putting up there. So sorry. So that's all for today, and see you in the next video, guys.